What's up, everybody? A real quick preview video here. It's Christian Ballard at Ballard Sports Media, July 17th. We have made it to another weekend here on a Friday, and hope everyone's doing great. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Gonna be off camera, just kind of relax for this one here. But we do want to look at the schedule for Michigan State 2026. I think they could be an improved team. This is a team last year that struggled in the Big Ten. All their losses actually came in conference. They only won one conference game. They won their last game of the season, and that was against Maryland. That's the only Big Ten win that they had. They lost actually some close games. Not so much to a team like Penn State, who picked it up later in the year after the firing of James Franklin. Terry Smith comes in. But anyway, that's Penn State. Lost a close one, November 22nd to Iowa, 20-17. They lost in blowouts to Indiana. Uh, Understandable. Michigan at home, kind of understand that there. Uh, 23-20 in overtime to Minnesota. Pretty good game there. Nebraska was 38-27, 45-31 in a shootout to USC. They won their first three games, and then they just went on a big losing streak up until that final game against Maryland. I feel like the last couple games of the season, the defense really looked good, even though they gave up 20 plus points. They still held teams under 30. Um, I think the offense kind of took a step back last year. Overall, I already got a record prediction for them, but we'll go ahead and look at the schedule. Definitely want to hear your thoughts on Michigan State and Jonathan Smith, who comes over from Oregon State. Last time I checked, he's still there. I don't think they fired him yet, but this is a make or break year for the Spartans and Jonathan Smith, I guess. But um, I think in the non-con, that's what's really going to make their season if they want to go bowling. But let's see what they got. Um, Toledo, Eastern Michigan, at Notre Dame. I'm sorry, um, Nebraska at home. Then it's at Wisconsin. Illinois is your homecoming game. Northwestern at UCLA. Bye week at Michigan on November 7th. Washington, Oregon, and then at Rutgers. If this is the team that I think it's going to be, and I expect them to be very much improved, they should be able to probably make a bowl game, but it is a pretty tricky schedule. Obvious losses here. I don't think they're going to win at Notre Dame unless Notre Dame really lays an egg. It's going to take a lot. Um, I think Illinois is better. That's at least two losses. They'll win those first two games. Nebraska, I'm gonna call a small upset. That's going to be a close game. That might even be an offensive type of game there. But we'll see. I would call upset. So let's see. I think they beat Nebraska, coming off a tough loss to Notre Dame. I don't think they win at Michigan. I don't think they beat Oregon or Washington. So let's say they lose three games in a row there. I think they'll lose. So that's three. Go back up. Illinois, I really like this year. That's four. Notre Dame's five. And then I don't know. I would say they lose at Rutgers because I think they're going to be hungover from three straight losses here. I just don't know if they'll be a team that could, have multiple losses in a row and then bounce back at the end of the year. I mean, they could, but again, I don't know about Rutgers this year yet. I haven't looked at them. Michigan State is very interesting, I think, but it's, it's not. I feel like if they're the team that we think they are, they're going to be very much improved. Um, and they'll take steps forward. I don't, man. I mean, you got at wide receiver. I mean, you got some guys: Bryson Williams, Zach Washington, couple different freshmen there. Um, you got Rodney Bullard comes back. Um, You look at the quarterback position. You're gonna have somebody new. Cam Fancher, Cade Kaufman, Alessio Milivo, heck, I guess Leo Hannon. I don't know who's gonna start. That's gonna be a young offense. I like the defensive side of things. You got some seniors back like Kenny Soares. You got a 6-year Isaac Smith and edge. Um, Kenneth Thompson, Ben Roberts. A lot of experience type of guys. So and they've navigated the portal, brought guys over. Pat Fitzgerald's in here. Jonathan Smith. I mentioned Jonathan Smith a little bit. He did get fired, so let me go ahead and apologize for that. I completely forgot that they brought over Pat Fitzgerald. And he comes over from Northwestern. He has some pretty good teams at Northwestern. Obviously enough to where they believe in hiring him. You have the offensive coordinator Nick Sheridan, formerly at Alabama, by the way. You have who else do I recognize here? Uh, Not really anybody. I think that offense is going to be pretty good. I thought Sheridan, when he was at Alabama, the first year for Kalen DeBoer, Ryan Grubb was supposed to be the OC at the time, but he took a job elsewhere, somewhere I think in the NFL, before he came in last year. But Sheridan did okay. He worked with Milroe and everybody. I think for Michigan State standards, he should get this offense clicking. That is a question mark going into the season, but at the same time, it's not too much they can't overcome. I think the at most is 6-6. If they're borderline bowl ready, they'll get it done. If not, then I don't know, man. They could easily. I mean, this could be a really bad year for Michigan State with Pat Fitzgerald in year one. I'm just not 100% sure yet. Um, but I'll go 6-6. Picking the losses is easier said than done. To legitimately do it, I think they could beat UCLA. I think they could probably beat Rutgers and probably beat up on Toledo and Eastern Illinois. That's 4. Northwestern. I mean, Pat Fitzgerald's former team, and then that'd be 5. And then what? I mean, could you pull an upset somewhere like Illinois? Mm, at most is 6-6. 5-7 wouldn't shock me either. So, but yeah, just a quick video here today to preview Michigan State. I remember it wasn't, but 12 years ago when we first had the playoff. They were in there. Alabama destroyed them, but they made it, man. And even after that, I mean, yeah, it's been a decline the past 5-6 years, but I mean, you be real. I mean, this is a historically pretty good program. I remember when they had Jonathan Smith from Oregon State. Now they got Pat Fitzgerald. Who is that head coach that retired? Dan and Mark D'Antonio. He was one hell of a coach, man. He retired on his own. He didn't get fired or nothing. He just straight up retired from coaching, um, and left. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Michigan State's been the same since then. I still think they're trying to find their guy. Could they surprise us this year? Possibly, but it's not a team you would bet on being a big surprise at the moment. Um, Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to get MSU fan on here, who we always talk to, and get his thoughts, get his insight, expertise, and see what he has to say about the Spartans this year. But overall, I think they'll be okay. I got them 6-6. But y'all let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Spartans. I love y'all. Have an awesome day, awesome weekend. Jesus loves you. God bless. And we'll see you next time here at BS.